All right, how's it going, everybody? Uh, welcome. We are going to continue our Bible study for Genesis uh, chapter 2, and we are going to be getting into verse 19. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and read what we have been working on from before. So if you're new on here, we come on here to do a Bible study just about every day. We'll come up with a specific time and days going forward. But at the moment, literally just whenever I go ahead and um, and sit down is when we get on. But if anything, it's looking like 11 a.m. is probably gonna be the time that we'll get on. So I appreciate everybody for hopping on. Any point in time that you have any um, like prayer requests or something like that, let me know. You can be able to put it in the chat. If there's any particular verses or any topics that you want to cover, if anything, we can be able to do that as well. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go on from there. So we'll go ahead and read the most relevant um, pieces, and then we will continue. So we read through we read through the creation of Adam and Eve. We read through the fact that there was no shrub on the earth or plant, so he didn't send rain because there was no one to be able to harvest the field. And then he went ahead or to work the ground. So he formed the man, Adam. And then from there, he put him into the Garden of Eden, or the place of, what's the name? Eden. Find Eden. The name Eden delight or pleasure, right? He put him in the delight or pleasure place. I don't know if it's place or thinking. So then there were four rivers or sources that came out of that place of pleasure or delight, and they all had different names to them. Um, those names being the Pishon, Gihon, Tigris, and Euphrates, freely flowing, bursting forth, so on. And then um, the Lord took the man and put him to work in the Garden of Eden to take care of it. And he said, "Hey, listen, you can eat from any one of these trees. Just don't eat from the tree of good and evil, or you will surely die." Essentially, like he actually meant death. When we looked at the Hebrew word, it meant death, like die. We take it as humans, from what I've seen, as separation from God, and I'm guessing the way that it's done is uh, literally death is separation from God. Period. Um, so from there, now we're going to continue. You surely die, and then verse 18. After he said, "Hey, listen," um, he literally says, essentially, "You must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for when," it literally says when, verse 17, when or on the day, Bayom, yeah, Bay, Bayom, in that day, on the day, For because in the day you eat from it, you will surely die. That's essentially what it's saying. So essentially, he was saying, hey, you're going to eat from this and you're going to die. And it's unfortunate. But that's what it is. Now, right after this, he's like, you know what? At least since he's going to die, he might as well not be alone. Because since um, he's going to have the separation from God, he might as well have another human being to be along with him. That's essentially how I'm taking it. And then he said, hey, uh, since you're going to be cut off from me, um, it's not good for man to be alone. And that, whoa, that's actually fire. Let me write that down. So essentially, due to the fact that he knew that he was going to be cut off from God, and if there was no one there, he would have no one to be with. Being the fact that he knew that he was going to cut him off from himself. So, due to the fact that this would be the case, he said, man shall not be alone. Should I put a capital N? Only God should have it. Said, man shall not be alone. He needs a helper. He knew he was going to be cut off right away. He's gonna do it. Essentially, is what it is. He's gonna do it. Let me go ahead and just give him a helper, and a helper of life, due to the fact that he's cut off from God. Man, this sucks. It's unfortunate. Yeah. All right, let's continue. So, 19. Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and the birds in the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever he called each living creature, it was his name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, birds in the sky, and all the wild animals. So now that we are kind of getting a little bit further from like true, like the creation of all, which is what we're getting. Um, Now I'm not going to do too much of the Hebrew for each and every word. Uh, so we'll see how it flows. But now we're going to, things may change a little bit as I continue. So the word and Genesis study. Okay. So we're going to go 19 and 20. Oh my gosh, this is going to go slow. Ugh, Lord. Okay. 19 and 20. Okay. Let's see. Does it do it the way that I want it? All right, great. So let's read it. Out of the ground the Lord formed every animal of the field and every bird of the sky and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever he called man, he called a living creature. Whatever the man called a living creature, it was his name. And out of the ground the Lord formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air and brought them onto Adam. Remember, Adam, man. And remember, Adam Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Cool. The man gives uh here, I'm gonna adjust this. Okay, now we're going to be getting multiple verses, so things are going to switch up over time. Okay, now I want to adjust. So essentially, like words like Adam shouldn't appear. Let's see what it gives me. Looks good. Okay. All right. Out of the ground, the Lord God formed every animal of the field and every bird of the sky and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called the living creature, it was its name. The man gives the man gave names to all the livestock of the birds of the sky and every animal of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper suitable for him. Oh, I didn't realize that that was the same verse. But for Adam, there was not found help meet for him. So he needed the helper to name the animals.